Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm going to be your social worker here today. Can you tell me a little about yourself and why you're here today?
Hey, so I'm Martha. Sorry, I just feel a little weird being here.
It's understandable.
Yeah, but I just lost my job, and I have a drinking problem, and I think it's gotten pretty serious.
Okay.
I think that's why I lost my job, and I also think I'm gonna lose my apartment pretty soon because I just lost my job.
Okay. So what about your drinking problem why do you think that made you lose your job? Was there when you got fired, did they say anything about that?
Yeah.
In what ways is it affecting you?
Yeah, I just drink all the time. I have to, it feels like, and I honestly would just not show up to work because I was either hungover or still drunk, or I would forget, or if I was at work, I was usually hungover or still drunk, and just being not a good employee.
Okay. So you definitely recognize this as a problem and you want to get it figured out so that you can get a new job so that you don't lose your apartment. That sounds like it's the biggest thing to you.
Yeah, I think this has been going on for a long time, and I didn't think that it was a problem for a long time, but losing my job, like specifically because of this, kind of opened my eyes a little bit, especially I kind of used up a lot of my savings on alcohol, and it's just not, I don't know, I just don't think I can really sustain myself like this anymore.
I'm sure
it's just hurting me a lot.
I'm sure that's a hard realization to come to, but it's important and it's great that you're taking a step to get help.
Yeah, thank you.
So how long you said it's been going on for a while, can you think of when it started or how long it's been going on?
I've been drinking since high school, but that wasn't an issue in high school. I just would sometimes drink with my friends, and it was kind of the cool thing to do. Your classic peer pressure situation, and that was fine. It wasn't really a problem. And then once I got to college, I just really started drinking a lot. Just my family was kind of stressful, and classes were stressful, and that's kind of what you did. That's what you did in college. You just drank all the time, and I knew that I was drinking more than my friends, but I just thought that it was just a little I'm just the party one. I'm just I'm the fun one who's just a little crazier, and I just didn't really think about it while I was there. But now looking back, I think even by the time I graduated, it was becoming a more serious problem. And I don't know, after college, I got a marketing job, and I was excited about it, but it was here in Georgia, and I went to school up north, and so none of my friends were going with me. My family was up north, and I was excited about it, but I didn't have anyone. And then my long-distance boyfriend, not long-distance, my long-term boyfriend, all of college, we dated all of college, and it was really serious. And when I left, that was kind of a deal breaker because I wanted to go have this job. And so once I got here, I just didn't know what to do other than to drink.
Yeah.
And so it just got worse.
It sounds like you went through a lot in just a few short years. I'm sure that was hard to cope with.
Yeah.
You mentioned your family being stressful even in high school. Do you still talk to them? Do you have any close relationships with family members?
My relationship with my family it's okay. We're okay. They just in high school, all the problems were my mom lost her job and things, and so things were just kind of hard. And I have 3 siblings who are all older, So I don't know, I just have always felt a little bit disconnected from them. And ever since, I mean, especially since I moved away, I mean, we sometimes talk, but rarely ever. I mean, all my other siblings are married and have kids and jobs and are successful. My parents are fine, and so we just never talk, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you don't have your family to talk to, do you have any other friends or people that you can talk about things with?
Well, so I live alone,
Okay.
in an apartment right now, and I talk to people who I used to work with. Like we were acquaintances, but yeah, I don't really talk to them that much. Like they would always go out like after work on Fridays and like hang out with each other, and they always invited me.
Mhm.
But I never really went, and they still invite me even though I don't work there anymore. But I still have never really gone. And I do have my best friend from college, my college roommate, but she's also still up north.
Okay.
And we just haven't like talked as much as I wanted to. I feel like a lot of that could be my fault, honestly. But so I guess there are some people, but no one really close to me right now.
Okay.
Here.
Well, it sounds like maybe lacking a support system could be part of the drinking problem. I mean, you live by yourself, and a lot of people, when they feel lonely, resort to drinking or other substances. So I think we'll work on maybe branching out of your, like finding new friends. Would you consider maybe going to those lunches or dinners with your coworkers?
Yeah, I've always kind of wanted to. And so, yeah, I definitely think that I need more of a support system. You know, I don't need like tons and tons of people, but I do feel a little lonely without like a lot of close friends. So, I mean, I'm a little bit nervous about my coworkers, like
Do you
maybe
think-
judging me since I just got fired, but they've actually been really nice ever since and like very supportive and have like continued to like reach out to me. So I think that's something that I feel like I could do. Like
Okay.
is going maybe at least like starting to try to go a little bit hang out with them like at the end of the week.
And you could also, you mentioned that your college best friend, you were really close, but you don't see her much anymore. Would you consider like Skyping or having a phone call a couple times a month to just talk about things? She knew you then, so I'm sure she saw some of the problems you were experiencing then. Do you think that you could talk to her again?
Yeah, I think she definitely like is really supportive and awesome. And I haven't really opened up to her about all of this, but I think it's someone I should really talk to.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful. So yeah, we can work on finding you a new job.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah. So we can maybe just think about applying for some new jobs in the next few months or so. And do you have any like interests in mind? Do you want to stay on the same path, or?
I mean, I got my degree in marketing, and that's what I worked with. I really enjoy it, but I definitely need to kind of get my drinking problem under control before I can get another job.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just don't know if I could do it,
Okay.
right now.
Well, our first priority is definitely going to be dealing with the drinking problem. Do you feel comfortable attending AA meetings like once a week?
Yeah, I think that would probably be good. I've thought about it before and never really did it, but I think that would be helpful now.
Yeah, I think it'll be helpful being around a lot of people that are in the same situation. And our shelter actually partners with AA groups, so we can definitely find you one that you'll fit well with. And we can get you a sponsor within that group that'll support you throughout the process and make you feel like you have someone that you can rely on. So that'll be an additional part of your support system.
Okay, that sounds good. I just want someone who can understand,
Yeah, definitely.